Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you so much for our time together. It's Friday. We're going to have a great service tonight and great services all day, Saturday and Sunday. I'm so looking forward to preaching all weekend and challenging you with the vision of God's house as we get ready to build South Campus. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. Don't miss the services this weekend. I want to teach you for just a minute out of Matthew chapter 13. You've heard me talk a great deal about the fact that you and I cannot be gatherers of fruit, and as a church we can't be a gatherer of fruit, that we are called to bear fruit, and fruit that remains. And that any Christian or any church that does not bear fruit, Jesus said that branch will be cut off and thrown into the fire. Now we need to be a people that know how to bear fruit. But also I've noticed, and I've been your pastor for 35 years, that there are many Christians that start off really well bearing fruit. They're getting people born again and come into the kingdom, and they're really bearing fruit. But then all of a sudden one day you begin to find they can't bear fruit anymore, so they resort to the tactics of marketing and gathering. What happened to their lives? Why did they stop bearing fruit? Why did they need to revert or resort to the tactics of the world's marketing campaigns and become fruit gatherers rather than fruit bearers? What happened to them? Well, Matthew chapter 13 tells us one of the things that happens. Verse 22, the one who received the seed that fell among the thorns is the man who hears the word, and the worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke it, making it unfruitful. In other words, the seed of the word of God that's planted in their lives no longer bears fruit. Two things have caused it. Number one, the deceitfulness of wealth. Wealth brings with it deceit. Now please forgive me, when we were all poor, it was very easy to challenge people about this, but now you and I become prosperous. We've become very blessed people. God has been good to us. So many Christians today, as they begin to prosper, they don't understand how wealth deceives them. Now, I don't have time to get into all the different ways that wealth deceives. I just want you to see the effect of it today. Wealth deceives you, and then you stop bearing fruit. You stop bringing souls to Christ, and now you're more concerned with looking good rather than being good. You're more concerned with looking like you're fruitful, and you have the money to market, and you have the money to gather people together, and you have the money to put on a banquet and gather people together in your home and say, these are the people, this is my fruit. And it's not your fruit. You just had the money to gather fruit. Now, wealth deceives you. The second thing that deceives us is the worries of life. When we had nothing, forgive me, there was nothing to worry about. Now you have several cars, you have homes, you have businesses, and the worries of this life also choke out the word of God in your life so that no fruit is born. Let me challenge you about two things today. Number one, simplify your life. Simplify. Do you need all the stuff that's taking your time right now? Simplify. I'm not saying to live poor, I'm saying live simple. Simplify your life. Do you need all of these things that take so much time to take care of? And secondly, stop using your money to gather fruit and just do like you did when you were a young Christian. Talk to people about Jesus and bear fruit.